for me. I think that most of you know I'm Janine Roxborough. I'm the Executive Director of Fashion Group. It's our great new logo. This is a very, very special room for me because for many years I was the PR for Hardy Amy's, working with the lovely John, who probably most of you have met, John Moore, who was the women's wear designer here, and with Hardy, who unfortunately, as you know, has passed away, but it was the most wonderful experience. And in this room, where we used to have all the big fashion shows, ladies would sit on little gilt chairs all the way around this room, with a big catwalk down the middle, and elegant music would play, and on they would come. But the most fun was the day before, when Hardy would sit and watch the run-through. He would sit at the end here, and John and his fellow designers would send all the girls through, all in their outfits, and Hardy would criticise. And he would say all sorts of quite outrageous things, and as he got older, the things he said got more and more outrageous. But I always remember that the one thing that he totally believed in was that less is more. And he would very often say to the designers, take that flower off, take that frill off, and he would almost sort of pull something off a dress and take it down to what he felt was the perfect design for the dress. And I think John would agree that his eye, Hardy, was fantastic. And the other reason I remember this room so well was because when I got married, John did my beautiful wedding dress, and I came in one evening, and the house was all quiet, there was no one here, and it was about 6 o'clock at night. And up here in the middle of this room was this dress sitting on its dummy by itself. And I was allowed to walk into the room alone and see this lovely dress. And it was just so moving. And, you know, it sort of brings tears to your eyes to think about it. And it was just so special. And so for all sorts of reasons, Hardy Amy's is very close to my heart. And I'm just delighted that it's sort of back looking like this, looking sparkling, and all as it should be for the great master. You know, who I'm sure is looking down at us now, thinking, oh, here they all are enjoying themselves in my house. And so 14 Savile Row really it's coming back to its greatness. And there's a lot going on all upstairs. There are loads of people in offices doing all sorts of things to do with menswear, to do with the organisation that now is Hardy Amy's worldwide. And I thought it was very fitting that for our second meeting for Fashion Group that we would come here and we would enjoy, perhaps, you know, all this wonderful glamour of the couture business that so many people don't ever get to see, the rooms where the ladies who can afford couture, of which there are now probably very few, and most of them probably are Russian, and you know, this is what this sort of effect that you get if you're in Paris again and you're seeing couture shows. So thank you very much for coming. Fashion Group has kicked off with a fantastic start. We had a wonderful meeting in February with Stuart Parvin, and now we're here in Hardy Amy's. We're nearly at our 50 founder members, which is what I wanted, so we've done very well in getting all those together. We're going to close the founder member offer at the end of the month, so it's about 3 more days to go. So we have got our application forms for membership here. So any of you who want to become members, and you don't have to work in fashion, you just have to be really interested in fashion with a small f, whether it's fashion in clothes or beauty or fragrance or interior design or whatever. We will welcome you as long as you are interested in our subject. We hope to grow to several hundred members in the future. Our next event is going to be in May, on the 27th of May, and that's going to be with the wonderful Tony Glenville. Those of you who work in the fashion business will know Tony is the best reporter on the collections you will ever meet. He goes to all the shows, he comes back with all his slides, he puts together the most wonderful presentation, and then he makes you laugh. Because he tells it the way it is. And even if you have no intention of buying any new clothes for the rest of the year, Tony is worth listening to just for the sheer enjoyment of his view of what fashion is all about. So he'll be doing that. I'm not sure what venue we'll go to, but I'll try to find somewhere very interesting. And we'll do that on May the 27th, and those of you who are members will hear. And even if perhaps you don't want to join, but you want to become a sort of visiting member, then let me know, email me back, or let Lorraine know when you leave or whatever, because if you're not working in fashion, or in fact not even working at all, but you want to come to the meetings, then just let me know, because we'd love to welcome you as non-members as well. So, Good. Anybody got any questions?